At the beginning of the story, we see a high school student writing her name and birth date on the wall of a room. After that, she starts recording a video on her phone. Through tears, she says that if someone writes their name and birth date down and makes a wish, that wish will come true. Then she says her wish is for all of you to die. She is not joking. She makes that wish with a heart full of pain. Right after that, she brutally slits her own throat with her own hands. Who is this girl, and why did she make such a horrifying decision? We will find out later. Several years pass. Now we meet a girl named Saya as she gets ready for school like any other day. Saya is a talented athlete. She lives with her aunt because her parents died when she was a child. A boy named Konu lives in the apartment above hers. He is in the same class, and he is also her boyfriend. That is why they go to school together every day. On the way, they meet their friends. One of them is Nari. She comes from a very wealthy family and secretly likes Konu, but she has never been able to confess her feelings. Another friend is Choi. He struggles badly in school and always acts childish. Because of that, Nari cannot stand him. The rest of the group, however, treats him like a younger brother. They also have another close friend at school named Hajun. He is a tech genius. Choi asks him to fix his broken laptop. Just then, the teacher walks into the classroom and announces that the test results are out. The top two students are both from their class. As always, Hajun takes first place, and everyone applauds him. The second place student is Choi. The entire class is shocked to hear his name. Even Choi cannot believe it. He has always finished at the bottom of the class, but this time he somehow made it to the top. During lunch, his friends ask him to tell the truth. They are convinced he must have cheated on the exam. Instead, Choi tells them about an app called Girigo. He claims that the app grants wishes. No one believes his ridiculous story. Even so, Konu starts searching for the app on the Play Store. Choi tells him he will not find it there. Then he sends everyone a download link. Excited, Konu downloads the app. As soon as it finishes installing, the phone's selfie camera turns on. Choi explains that they have to write their name and birth date on a page, then record their wish. After a while, the wish will come true. He says that he wished to rank at the top of the class, and that is exactly what happened. Choi has always been known for his silly behavior, so after hearing this story, everyone just laughs at him and walks away. As soon as they leave, a timer suddenly appears on Choi's phone. He assumes it is simply counting down until he can make another wish. In just a few days, Choi's birthday is coming up. His friends start planning a surprise party for him. Nari, however, is not excited at all. She tells Saya that Choi is an idiot and asks why everyone puts up with his behavior. While she is talking behind his back, Choi suddenly shows up. Nari quickly lies and tells him they were actually discussing the surprise they are planning for his birthday. Hearing that makes Choi incredibly happy. Later, we see Saya practicing for the long jump. She is an excellent athlete and easily makes an impressive jump. Meanwhile, Konu trips and falls while running. The coach tells Konu that he needs to work much harder, otherwise she will remove him from the team. Saya encourages him and lifts his spirits. Later that evening, the coach tells Saya that she has been selected for the national team. Because of that, she will have to attend special training every weekend. Saya happily says that she will give it everything she has. Meanwhile, during evening study hours at school, Choi receives a phone call that appears to be from Saya. He hears her talking to the others, saying that they should not go to that idiot Choi's birthday party. She says they should not waste their time celebrating someone so stupid. Hearing those words completely breaks Choi's heart. He immediately hangs up, but then he calls Saya back to make sure he heard correctly. However, Saya's phone is locked inside her locker while she is out practicing. In reality, Saya never made that call. That evening, Saya meets Konu and happily tells him that she has been selected for the national team. To celebrate, the two of them have a chicken dinner at Saya's house. While checking her phone, Saya notices that Choi has called her many times. She calls him back and asks if he was trying to reach her. In a sad voice, Choi says that she called him first. Then he asks if she is really not coming to his birthday party. Saya replies that she cannot come because she has special training that weekend. The moment he hears that, Choi hangs up. Saya is left wondering how Choi already knew she would not be attending his birthday. Meanwhile, Konu writes his name and birth date on a piece of paper. Then he opens the app and records a wish. He wishes for Saya's training this week to be cancelled. The two of them are only doing it as a joke. The next morning, they leave for school together. On the way, none of their friends show up. Neither Nari nor Choi is there. When they arrive at school, Saya sees Choi sitting at his desk with his head down. He is gripping his phone tightly and staring into a corner with a terrified expression. The timer on his phone shows only 3 minutes remaining. Suddenly, something horrifying starts happening to his body. His muscles become stiff and he loses control of himself. He pulls out a razor blade and tries to kill himself. Everyone rushes over to stop him, but Choi keeps screaming at something, telling it to to go away. No one else can see whatever he is looking at. The moment the timer reaches 0, Choi slits his own throat with his own hands. Seiya desperately tries to stop the bleeding, but nothing works. At that moment, they realize the terrifying truth. After someone makes a wish, a timer begins counting down. When the timer reaches 0, the person who made the wish dies. As everything unfolds, Seiya remembers the day she first transferred to this school after her parents died. Back then, the other students constantly talked badly about her. Then 4 classmates came over, helped her, and made her feel welcome. Those 4 eventually became her closest friends. Now one of those friends has died right in front of her. The grief of losing such a close friend is written across everyone's face. Konu breaks down and cries uncontrollably. Later, when Seiya meets with her coach, the coach tells her that she needs to stay strong. She says Seiya should go home, get some rest, and stop worrying about training. Suddenly, Seiya remembers Konu's wish. He had wished for her training to be cancelled. That means the wish has come true. Terrified, Seiya quickly tells her coach not to cancel the training. She insists that she is fine. Just then, a huge piece of metal falls from the ceiling. The coach and Seiya narrowly escape being crushed. At the same moment, Konu receives a notification on his phone saying that his wish has been granted. Seiya immediately runs to him and asks if a timer has appeared on his phone. When she checks, she sees that a 24-hour countdown has already started. The app they never believed in suddenly becomes terrifyingly real. Hajun removes the SIM card and resets the phone, hoping it will stop the timer. Everyone thinks someone may have hacked the phone and caused all of this, but Seiya asks how a hacker could possibly kill someone through a phone. Nari still refuses to believe that the app is responsible for Choi's death. Instead, she starts arguing with Seiya. Seiya calms her down and says that everyone is scared. She reminds them that she already lost her parents, and now she has lost one of her closest friends. She does not want to lose anyone else. When Hajun turns the phone back on, the app is still there. The timer has not stopped either. Konu suggests smashing the phone. Hajun says that probably will not help. He needs to understand the app's technical background first. Seiya suggests that everyone meet at her house that evening. Later, while Konu is resting at home, he gets a phone call that seems to be from Seiya. On the call, someone using Seiya's voice says terrible things about him. Konu immediately rushes to Seiya's house. He tells her that someone is talking in her voice over the phone. By then, the call has already ended. He puts his phone inside the refrigerator and says that his phone has been hacked. He tells Seiya that someone was pretending to be her, but he knows it could not have been her because she would never say those things. That reminds Seiya of something. Before Choi died, she had gone to his house with his birthday gift to apologize for not being able to attend his party. At that time, Choi had also told her that something strange had happened. Someone had called him using Seiya's voice, but it was not really her. Soon, everyone gathers at Seiya's house. Hajun connects Konu's phone to his laptop and completely wipes all of its data. The process takes some time, and they hope the timer will finally disappear. But suddenly, Konu's eye starts burning. He begins scratching it violently with his own hand until it turns bright red. Then he sees something in the room and starts trembling with fear. He points toward it, trying to show everyone what he sees. For some reason, Nari looks in the same direction and suddenly becomes frightened as well. A moment later, Konu's arm becomes stiff and slowly moves toward his own eye against his will. Konu can see a ghost that no one else can see. His condition rapidly gets worse. Blood starts pouring from his eyes and mouth. The spirit is taking control of him. Seiya immediately calls an ambulance. Hajun tries to hold Konu down and help him, but by now, Konu is completely possessed by the spirit. He slaps Seiya across the face. Then he grabs Hajun by the throat and lifts him into the air. Meanwhile, Nari stands at a distance and records everything on her phone. Just as Konu is about to kill Hajun, Seiya grabs a laptop from behind and smashes it over Konu's head. The blow knocks him unconscious. After Konu is taken to the hospital, Seiya learns that he still has not regained consciousness. She starts blaming herself, thinking that hitting him with the laptop caused it. Seiya's aunt is a doctor at that hospital. She comforts Seiya and tells her not to worry because she will personally take care of Konu. Later, Nari asks Seiya if there's anything she needs. Nari asks Seiya if she needs anything from home. She offers to go to her house and bring whatever she needs. Seiya says that her aunt has already brought everything. Then she remembers that Nari's bag is still at her house. She tells Nari that the password to her house is her birth date, so she can go and pick it up whenever she wants. Meanwhile, Hajun is trying to learn more about the app. Just then, he gets a call from his sister. She tells him that they have awakened an evil spirit. Hajun's sister is actually a shaman, and she has sensed a terrible danger. She explains that this is a curse, and the app is spreading that curse from person to person. She asks Hajun to come to her because she cannot leave the place where she is staying. Back at the hospital, Konu's condition continues to get worse. Desperate to save him, Seiya installs the Girigo app and makes a wish. She wishes for Konu to recover and become healthy again. Before Hajun can stop her, he rushes to the hospital because his sister had already warned him about the app, but he arrives too late. Seiya has already made her wish. She tells Hajun that everyone who makes a wish starts seeing an invisible force. She saw it at school, and the same thing appeared at her house. She says that she needs to see that entity herself because only then can they discover what it really is. At that exact moment, Konu wakes up. His condition condition suddenly returns to normal. At the same time, a 24-hour timer appears on Seiya's phone. Hajun immediately says they need to go see his sister right away. He believes she is the only one who can save them. Seiya reminds him that he once said his sister lived overseas. Hajun admits that he was embarrassed to tell the truth. His sister had left a respectable job to become a shaman. Soon, the two of them head toward her house. It is located deep inside a dense forest where no road leads. When they arrive outside, Hajun tells Seiya that a man guards the house. He never allows Hajun to visit his sister, and he never lets her leave the house either. He always says that if she ever leaves, she will die. A man named Kim opens the gate. The moment he sees Hajun, he jokingly calls him brother-in-law, which Hajun clearly does not appreciate. As Kim leads them inside, Seiya receives a call from Konu. He tells her that he feels completely fine now. Then he asks where she is and says he will come to meet her. Just as Seiya is about to tell him their location, Hajun's sister, Sohee, suddenly shouts at her not to answer. The person on the phone is actually the same evil spirit trying to take control of Seiya. Her entire body suddenly stiffens. Within seconds, the spirit completely possesses her. Sohee manages to restrain her and immediately begins preparing a ritual to drive the spirit out. She tells Hajun to stay inside a room and warns him not to come out until Kim tells him to. Then the exorcism begins. Sohee ties Seiya's hand to her own with a thread. Using her ritual and spiritual powers, both of them enter the cursed world of the spirit. Inside that world, Seiya suddenly opens her eyes. Sohee appears beside her and tells her not to be afraid. She explains that they are now inside the spirit's cursed realm. To escape, they must pass through 3 doors together. Outside, Kim lights an incense stick to begin opening the first door. A powerful wind immediately starts blowing through the area. Kim draws a protective line around them with a sacred knife, and the violent wind suddenly dies down. Inside the cursed world, Sohee warns Seiya that once they go through a door, she must never look back. If she does, the spirit will see Sohee as well, and every door she created will disappear. Sohee tells Seiya that she has tied a protective thread around her wrist. Even so, this is something Seiya must face alone, and it will not be easy. Then Seiya steps through the first door. It leads her to her school. The entire school is empty except for her. Holding a flashlight, she carefully walks through the dark hallways, making sure not to look back. Suddenly, she sees Choi. He is covered in blood. The exact same scene that happened on the day of his death begins to play out in front of her. Seiya realizes the horrifying truth. The spirit was the one controlling Choi when he killed himself, but this time, Choi keeps begging her over and over, "Please save me. I don't want to die." Terrified, Seiya opens a nearby window. When she looks outside, every floor looks exactly the same. There is no way to escape. Then Choi appears right in front of her and starts slitting his own throat again. But Seiya realizes that this is not really Choi. The spirit is only trying to frighten her. She gathers her courage, ignores the terrifying illusion, and runs forward. Everything around her suddenly disappears. A new path opens, leading her to the second door. Outside the ritual, Kim lights another incense stick to open the second path. This time, Seiya finds herself standing on a road where a terrible car accident has happened. As she gets closer, she realizes it is her father's car. Years ago, Seiya had been traveling with her parents when they were involved in a fatal accident. Her parents died. She was the only survivor. Seeing the horrifying bodies of her parents, Seiya breaks down in tears, but she knows the spirit is trying to trap her with fear, so she forces herself to keep walking. Suddenly, her mother grabs her leg and begs her to stop. She speaks to Seiya with warmth and love, just like she used to. At the same time, Sohee urges Seiya to keep moving. She tells her they are running out of time and that the gate is about to close. Outside, Kim tells Sohee that there is nothing more they can do. He says he is going to pull her back, but Sohee refuses. She says that if necessary, she will remove her mask to help Seiya. However, if she removes the mask, she herself will become trapped inside that cursed world. Fortunately, Seiya listens to Sohee instead of her mother's voice. Without looking back, she runs toward the gate. The moment she passes through it, her eyes suddenly open. She sees Kim and Hajun sitting in front of her. They tell her they are thankful she made it back safely. For a moment, Seiya believes she has escaped. Then she hears Sohee's voice again. Sohee tells her that this is actually the third and final place she must cross. Kim and Hajun warn her that the spirit has followed her all the way here. They ask if it is standing behind her and tell her to look. Immediately, Sohee shouts that they are lying. She tells Seiya that she is not really there with Kim and Hajun. She warns her not to turn around under any circumstances, but the two of them look and sound completely real. They insist that she has to look back. Otherwise, Sohee's life will be in danger. Seiya has no idea who is telling the truth. Then Hajun suddenly starts showing the same terrifying symptoms that Konu had. Confused, Seiya asks how he can see the spirit too. Hajun tells her that he also made a wish in order to save her. Believing that Hajun is truly in danger, Seiya finally turns around. The moment she does, the spirit discovers Sohee. The protective thread tied around Sohee's wrist snaps instantly. Blood begins pouring from Sohee's mouth. Realizing what has happened, Kim immediately opens the third door. Seiya is transported to a dark place where blood covers covers everything around her as she slowly takes a few steps forward. As Seiya moves forward, she sees blood-covered bodies hanging everywhere around her. Suddenly, blood begins pouring from her nose. The protective thread around her wrist has now become connected to the spirit. At the last possible moment, Sohee arrives, breaks the thread, and brings Seiya back to her senses. Then she grabs Seiya and runs toward the gate. The spirit attacks them before they can escape, but Sohee protects Seiya, and together they make it through the gate and return to the real world. As soon as they return, the timer stops. Sohee explains that the danger is not over yet. They only broke the thread that connected Seiya to the cursed world. To end everything, they must destroy the source of the curse itself. Afterward, Sohee uses her spiritual powers to heal the wound on her hand. A white snake appears and magically heals her injury. Meanwhile, Nari arrives at the hospital. A doctor tells her that Konu is recovering well and that she can go see him if she wants. Nari shows Konu the video she recorded while he was possessed by the spirit. Back at the house, Sohee explains that the app was created by a cursed spirit filled with hatred and a desire for revenge. To end the curse, they must destroy whatever started it in the first place. She reminds Seiya about the phone she saw during the final door, the one connected to the protective thread. She says they must find that phone and bring it back. Only Seiya can do it because she is the one connected to the cursed world. That night, while Seiya is sleeping, she suddenly dreams that blood is raining down on her. Terrified, she sits up. Standing in front of her is a schoolgirl with her throat slit open. The ghost slowly walks towards Seiya and points behind her. The moment Seiya turns around, another girl suddenly attacks her. At that instant, Seiya wakes up. She finds herself lying on a bed with Sohee sitting beside her. It was only a dream, but at the same time, it was also real. Seiya tells Sohee that one girl's spirit was standing in front of her while another was behind her. The sight terrified her. Sohee immediately realizes that two different spirits are behind this curse. Later, Seiya, Kim, and Ha-jun set out to uncover the truth. Before they leave, Sohee ties another protective thread around Seiya's wrist. She tells her that as long as the thread stays intact, she will be safe. But if it breaks, she must return immediately. Kim assures her that no harm will come to the kids while he is with them. The truth is that Sohee cannot leave the house. Kim knows the real reason why, but he keeps it a secret from the others. He promises Ha-jun that he will do whatever it takes to free his sister. To begin their investigation, they examine Choi's laptop. They hope it will reveal where Choi first learned about the app. They discover that the day before the exam, Choi had been very active on Discord, a social platform where people communicate online. Suddenly, they receive a call from an unknown boy through the app. When Ha-jun answers, the boy immediately starts yelling at Choi, asking where he has been all this time. Ha-jun quickly mutes his microphone and pretends to be Choi by sending a text message saying he has been busy studying. The boy replies that everyone has been saying Choi is dead. Then he says he has found the item Choi wanted. He tells him to meet at their usual place in 1 hour. The boy ends the call after saying they should meet there in 1 hour. The group has no idea where this usual place is, so Ha-jun uses Choi's Google account to track the locations he visited most often. Meanwhile, Konu has fully recovered at the hospital. After being discharged, he goes straight to Seiya's house. When he gets there, Nari is already inside. She says she only came to pick up the things Seiya needed, but she seems unusually nervous. Konu starts looking for his phone. He searches the entire house, but it is nowhere to be found. The truth is that on the night Seiya gave Nari the password to her house, Nari secretly came back and took Konu's phone. What she is hiding will be revealed later. Since he cannot find his phone, Konu watches the video Nari recorded that day, hoping his phone might appear somewhere in the footage, but he finds nothing. Meanwhile, Seiya, Ha-jun, and Kim wait at the tracked location for the mysterious boy to arrive. As soon as he shows up, Kim goes after him alone, but the boy slips away and starts running. Seiya is an excellent runner, so she chases him by herself. She finally catches him. She questions him about the pills Choi had been taking over the past few days. The boy quickly insists that he is not a drug dealer. He says they are only stress relief pills. Seiya then accuses him of sending Choi the link to the app. She says he knew Choi would die after making a wish. The accusation terrifies the boy. He explains that Choi found the same online post he did. The post talked about the app. It also contained a ghost story connected to their school. He swears he never imagined anything like this could actually happen. Then he begins telling them the story. Many years ago, a shaman's daughter attended their school. He believes the shaman must have been involved somehow. According to him, everyone at the school knows this story. The post also included photos of two girls named Saiwon and Haedyeong. Meanwhile, Ha-jun searches through Choi's laptop cache. He finds the same photo. The boy confirms that the girl on the left is Saiwon, while the girl on the right is Haedyeong, the shaman's daughter. The group asks if he knows where the shaman's house is. He says he knows the general area, but not the exact house, so they head there to continue their search. Seiya remembers seeing two girls in her dream. She begins to suspect that those girls are connected to this curse. After reaching the area, Kim tells Seiya and Ha-jun to look for a house with a special flag hanging outside. He warns them not to enter the house if they find it. Instead, they must call him first. The two of of them begin searching. Even after looking everywhere, they cannot find any house matching the description. As night falls, they grow exhausted. They stop at a nearby shop to take a break. When the elderly shop owner sees Kim, she mistakes him for a thug who has come to collect rent. Kim politely asks her if she knows where a famous shaman once lived with her daughter. The elderly woman asks if they were friends of the shaman's daughter. They show her the photograph and ask if this is the daughter. She points to the girl on the left and says that she is the shaman's daughter, not the girl on the right. The group realizes they had it backwards. Siwon, not Haedyeong, was actually the shaman's daughter. After that, they buy some salt from the shop and head toward the old house. When they arrive, they find the front gate locked from the outside. So Kim breaks open the gate and goes inside first to make sure there is no dark force hiding in the house. Only after checking does he call Seiya and Hajun inside. The house has been abandoned for many years, so it is in terrible condition. As Kim tries to explore the inside, a device he carries suddenly starts making noise, warning him that a spirit is nearby. He immediately tells Seiya and Hajun to stand together. Then he pours a circle of salt around them to protect them from any supernatural force. He warns them that if he does not come back within 10 minutes, they must run to the car and stay there until sunrise. After that, Kim begins searching the house by himself. At first, he cannot find anything useful. Then he notices one wall that looks different from the others. He realizes there is a hidden doorway behind it. When he opens the secret entrance and steps inside, he discovers a room filled with strange objects. There are countless statues, and it is obvious that dark rituals were performed there. In the center of the room is a coat containing strands of hair that appear to have been used in some kind of spell. The entire place feels terrifying. Meanwhile, outside, Seiya suddenly sees the ghost of the schoolgirl again. It looks as if the spirit is calling her. Seiya follows the ghost, but Hajun cannot see it at all. The spirit stops at a corner and points toward the ground, as if it is trying to show Seiya something. When Seiya looks down, she finds an old school uniform and a photograph of the same two girls. She immediately tells Kim that the girl from her dream led her to this photo. They report everything they found to Sohee. Looking at the condition of the house, Sohee cannot tell whether the shaman who lived there was protecting people or placing a curse on them. Just then, Hajun comes up with an idea. He examines the metadata from Konu's wish video and discovers that every wish recorded through the app is uploaded to the same server. However, those videos can only be accessed with an authorized user ID. When Seiya sees the server interface, she suddenly remembers something. She has seen the exact same interface before on the computer in her coach's office at school. That very night, they head to the school. On the way, Hajun asks Seiya if she remembers which of the two girls in the photo appeared in her dream. Seiya says she cannot remember clearly. All she knows is that the girl was trying to help her. Otherwise, they never would have found the photograph. Soon, Seiya and Hajun sneak into the school while Kim waits outside. If they get caught, Kim will have an excuse to distract anyone who questions them. The two of them enter the coach's office and access the school's server. There, they find every video recorded by people who made wishes through the app. Then they come across one video that completely shocks them. In it, Nari is making a wish. Her wish is for that idiot Choi to die. Seiya is immediately confused. If Nari really made a wish, then why is she still alive? More than 24 hours have already passed since she recorded it. Will they be able to break this curse, or will they lose their lives to it as well? You will find out in the second part.